For centuries, Japan has woven a rich tapestry of enchanting stories, mythical creatures, and timeless legends. Rooted in a deep reverence for nature and steeped in cultural traditions, Japanese folklore offers a glimpse into the country's spiritual beliefs and imaginative world. In this haunting adventure, we'll take you on a journey through the top 5 female ghosts and spirits that have haunted Japan's cultural tales for centuries. From vengeful specters to sorrowful apparitions, these captivating and terrifying figures will send shivers down your spine. The legend of Hanako-San is a well-known Japanese urban legend that revolves around the haunting spirit of a young girl who resides in school toilets. The origins of the legend vary across different accounts, with some versions claiming she was a World War II-era girl killed during an air raid, while others suggest she was a victim of murder or suicide due to bullying. The character of Hanako-San has achieved popularity in Japanese schools, where children may dare each other to summon her. To summon Hanako-San, one must knock 3 times on the 3rd stall of a girl's toilet and ask if she is present. If she responds affirmatively, various versions of the legend describe eerie and sometimes horrifying encounters, including witnessing a bloody hand, being pulled into the toilet, or encountering a 3-headed lizard. Yama-uba, the hags and witches of the Japanese mountains and forests, were once human but fell into corruption, transforming into menacing monsters. While some might display horns or fangs, most Yama-uba appear as kind and ordinary old ladies, concealing their malevolent nature until they strike. Living in solitary huts by the roadside, Yama-uba occasionally offer weary travelers hospitality, providing food and a place to rest. However, under the cover of darkness, they reveal their true form, a hideous, demonic witch. With powerful magic, they attempt to capture and consume their unsuspecting guests. Tales of lucky travelers who manage to escape the clutches of Yama-uba have been passed down through generations, becoming cautionary bedtime stories for misbehaving children. Behave, or Yama-uba will come for you. Nure-Onna is a Japanese yokai or supernatural creature that is depicted as having the head of a woman and the body of a snake. The name Nure-Onna translates to wet woman and is derived from the legend that their hair is always wet. They are often associated with bodies of water such as seas and rivers. In traditional depictions, Nure-Onna appears as a woman with a snake body. However, it is interesting to note that there are no known classical stories from the Edo period that specifically describe a snake-bodied Nure-Onna. The image of Nure-Onna with a snake body became popular in Edo period publications, but its origin and basis in folklore are unclear. One story from the Edo period recounts an incident where a group of young men encountered a Nure-Onna while collecting wood by a riverside. The men were swept away on a boat and came across a woman washing her hair. They were terrified and rowed their boat back to safety. When they shared their encounter with others, they were not believed, and some of the skeptical individuals ventured back to the location. The men who returned heard screams from beneath the water and never returned. The story of Kuchisake-Onna, also known as the slit-mouthed woman, is a popular urban legend in Japan. It centers around a mysterious and terrifying figure that is said to haunt streets, particularly at night. According to the legend, Kuchisake-Onna was a beautiful woman who lived during the Heian period. She was married to a samurai but became unfaithful. When her husband discovered her infidelity, he became furious and attacked her, slashing her mouth from ear to ear with a sword, giving her a permanent, grotesque smile. After her death, Kuchisake-Onna's vengeful spirit returned as a malevolent ghost. She is often described as wearing a surgical mask or a traditional Japanese kimono to hide her disfigured mouth. Jorogumo, also known as the Spider Woman, is a powerful and mysterious yokai that has captured the imagination of people for centuries. According to legend, she can take the form of a beautiful woman, luring unsuspecting men to their doom. But in her true form, she is a giant spider with a venomous bite. The name Jorogumo comes from 2 Japanese words, Joro meaning prostitute, and gumo meaning spider. This name reflects the creature's ability to transform into a beautiful woman and seduce men, only to reveal her true nature and trap them in her web. Throughout history, Jorogumo has appeared in many different forms of Japanese art, from traditional paintings to modern anime and manga. Her legend has inspired countless stories, films, and even video games. Jorogumo lures unsuspecting men into her web, seduces them, and then devours them. It is said that she can spin webs strong enough to capture and immobilize a human, and that she can even manipulate the minds of her victims, making them fall deeply in love with her. One story about the Jorogumo tells of a young samurai who fell in love with a beautiful woman he met on the road. She was a skilled weaver, and the two quickly became close. Eventually, they married and had children together. One day, the samurai went to his wife's weaving room to find her working on a particularly intricate pattern. He noticed that her movements were more spider-like than human, and as he watched in horror, she transformed into a giant spider. The Jorogumo revealed that she had been a spider all along and had only taken the form of a woman to lure the samurai in. She had fallen in love with him and had borne his children, but now she needed to feed on human flesh to survive. The Jorogumo attempted to capture the samurai and feed on him, but he was able to escape. Years later, the samurai returned to the Jorogumo's lair to confront her once more. This time, he was armed with a powerful sword, and he was able to defeat the spider and free his children from her grasp.